at 8:05. And we'll have a check on the roads in the Lehigh Valley area with the WAEB Traffic and Transit Network coming up in just about 3 minutes. I'm Brian Downs for WAEB, the Lehigh Valley's award-winning news and information leader.
If anyone should ask, you listen to AM 790 WAEB.
The number one morning voice in the Lehigh Valley, WAEB's Bobby Gunther Walsh.
Well, thank you, Brian, and good morning. It's 6:07, 7 minutes after 6 o'clock, with Jim Reid filling in for the vacationing Bobby Gunther Walsh. And it wasn't as bad as we anticipated. About an inch and a half is what we have right now. We'll take that any day compared to the 3 or 6 that they were calling for yesterday, huh? The latest Trafax information and Operation Snowflake coming up right after Expose and Seasons Change on WAEB. That is Expose and Seasons Change on AM 790 WAEB. It's 6:12, 12 minutes after 6 o'clock with Jim Reid in for Gunther. Time right now for Operation Snowflake.
Operation Snowflake. What you need to know. Now, from AM 790, team coverage of WAEB Operation Snowflake.
Percy Sledge from 1966 and When a Man Loves a Woman on AM 790 WAEB at 6:27. And a happy birthday going out to Bruce Oswald of Slatington. He's the winner of the WAEB King's IGA birthday cake. He's 28 this morning. Have a good day, Bruce. Here's Stevie Winwood and Valerie on AM 790 WAEB. That is Stevie Winwood and Valerie on AM 790 WAEB. It's 6:30, time for the WAEB information package. News with Brian Downs and sports with Walter Montz. It's all being brought to you by Lehigh Valley Bank. Good morning, Brian.
6:40. I'm Brian Downs for WAEB, the Lehigh Valley's award-winning news and information leader.
Thank you, Brian. It's 6:33, 27 away from 7 o'clock, and Walter will be back with the sports right after this.
Not sure where to place your investment dollar?
It is 6:34, 26 away from 7 o'clock. Walter is here with the sports, and Walter, it looks like the Sixers are having their problems as of late, huh?
Well, yeah, looks that way, Jim.
That is Dionne Warwick, Never Gonna Fall in Love Again on AM 790 WAEB at 6:39, and Operation Snowflake will be airing right after this.
A company's future can depend on its mid-range computer system.
Here's Cadillac Subaru routes 5, 12, and 22.
It is 6:41, 19 minutes away from 7 o'clock on AM 790 WAEB. Time right now for Operation Snowflake.
Operation Snowflake. What you need to know. Now, from AM 790, team coverage of WAEB Operation Snowflake.
Here's the WAEB AccuWeather forecast. Cloudy with an additional inch of snow this morning, and then windy and cold this afternoon on a high of 28. Windy and bitterly cold tonight, down to 13 for a low, and then sunny and cold tomorrow, a high of 23. And right now we're at 23 WAEB degrees. Operation Snowflake is being sponsored by this hour by Lehigh Valley Honda. And here are the cancellations that we have as of present time. Kirsten Anderson's weight loss centers, the morning sessions are canceled, but will be open once again at 1 o'clock this afternoon. And Northampton County congregate meals are closed. Lehigh County senior nutrition centers, they are closed. John Gormley with the WAEB Trafax and Transit information. Good morning, John.
And good morning, Jim. Atlanta routes all on time so far this morning, but there's been a change on the G route in South Bethlehem. Dispatchers tell us buses will not be making stops on William Street or through Linfield Terrace this morning. Dispatchers also suggesting that you attempt to make your way to a bus stop on the main thoroughfare if at all possible. Over at ABE Airport, all incoming outgoing flights on time according to the flight tower this morning. The runways have all been plowed and are in good shape. Now to WAEB's Ken Fortna. Good morning, Ken.
Thanks, John, and good morning, Jim. Some problem spots to avoid this morning basically in the Bethlehem area. We'll be back momentarily with another update.
And thank you very much, Ken. WAEB Shuttle City Weather coming up right after this.
The A.B. Dick name for quality directory.
WAEB Shuttle City Weather, Baltimore and Washington. Snow showers today, high of 39. New York City also has snow, a high of 33 forecasted for today. Boston, very windy and a high of 28. I'm John Gormley, WAEB, Trafax and Transit Network.
Honda Division and the Acura and Lehigh Valley Acura, MacArthur Road, Whitehall.
It is 6:46 on AM 790 WAEB, and here's the WAEB AccuWeather forecast. Cloudy with an additional inch of snow this morning, and then becoming windy and cold this afternoon on a high of 28. Windy and bitterly cold tonight, down to 13, and looking ahead to Wednesday, sunny and cold tomorrow with a high of 23. And right now, that's where we are, 23 WAEB degrees.
Operation Snowflake. From AM 790 WAEB, the Lehigh Valley's news and information leader.
And, of course, our next WAEB Operation Snowflake report will be coming your way at 7:10 this morning. That's Johnny Rivers from 1967 and the Summer Rain on AM 790 WAEB. It's 6:59, and Brian Downs is here with the latest news and information. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Jim. AccuWeather says occasional snow and flurry.
That's the Cut and Crew, and I've been in love before on AM 790 WAEB at 7:29. Last night in sports, in case you missed it, it was Phoenix over the Sixers, 117-101. They're going to be back in action against the Lakers tonight, game time 10:30, and of course you can catch it right here on WAEB Radio Sports. Brian Downs is here with the latest news and information. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Jim. Skies are cloudy, a little bit of snow still falling in the Lehigh Valley at 7:30. I'm Brian Downs for WAEB, the Lehigh Valley's award-winning news and information leader.
If anyone should ask, you listen to AM 790 WAEB.
The number one morning voice in the Lehigh Valley, WAEB's Bobby Gunther Walsh.
Thank you, Brian. It's 7:35, 25 away from 8 o'clock with Jim Reid pinch hitting for Gunther. Coming up this hour, Operation Snowflake at 7:40, along with the WAEB Trafax and Transit information. Also a cash call worth more than $1,400, and we could be phoning you. Here's one of the stars of Stabler, Little Anthony, along with the Imperials. 1958, Little Anthony and the Imperials and Tears on My Pillow on AM 790 WAEB. It's 7:37, 23 away from 8 o'clock. And Operation Snowflake is coming up right after this.
It's the sale you want. Operation Snowflake. What you need to know. Now, from AM 790, team coverage of WAEB Operation Snowflake.
All right, Operation Snowflake is being brought to you this hour by Norcar Federal Credit Union with 3 convenient branches in Easton and in Lehighton. WAEB AccuWeather forecast looks like this. Cloudy with an additional inch of snow this morning and then becoming windy and cold this afternoon on a high of 28. Windy and bitterly cold tonight and a low of 13, and then sunny and cold tomorrow and a high of 24. And right now we're at 23 WAEB degrees. As of now, here is the complete listing of cancellations and postponements. The Bethlehem Senior Citizens Council is closed. Kirsten Anderson's weight loss centers. The morning sessions are canceled but will be reopened at 1 o'clock this afternoon. The Northampton County Congregate Meals are closed. The Lehigh County Seniors Nutrition Centers are closed. Once again, that's the Lehigh County Senior Nutrition Center being closed for today. Whitehall Copley School District is going to be opening their offices at 9:30 this morning. And finally, the Bethlehem YWCA, the Adult Daycare Center, is closed for today. And now with the latest Trafax information, here's Matt Kerr in the WAEB Newsroom.
Good morning, Jim. Lanta routes are all on time this morning.
Thank you, Matt. It's 7:46, and the WAEB AccuWeather forecast is next.
Question. Norcar Federal Credit Union, 258-5414.
It is 7:47, 13 away from 8 o'clock on AM 790 WAEB, and here's the WAEB AccuWeather forecast. Cloudy with an additional inch of snow this morning, and then windy and cold this afternoon with a high of 28. Windy and bitterly cold tonight, down to 13 for a low, and then sunny and cold tomorrow. We should reach 24 for Wednesday's high. And right now we're at 23 WAEB degrees. Our next Operation Snowflake this morning at 8:10.
Operation Snowflake. From AM 790 WAEB, the Lehigh Valley's news and information leader.
New Year's Eve event 22.
It is 7:53, 7 away from 8 o'clock on AM 790 WAEB, and Brian Downs is coming up next with the latest news and information. And then it's CBS News at the top of the hour. That's The Circle and a Turn Down Day on AM 790 WAEB at 7:55, and Brian Downs is here with the latest news and information. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Jim. Skies are cloudy, a little bit of snow.
Weather, I'm Dr. Joe Soul.
Thank you, Joe. Right now it's 22 degrees. Next news at 8:26. I'm Brian Downs for WAEB, the Lehigh Valley's award-winning news and information leader.
If anyone should ask, you listen to AM 790 WAEB.
The number one morning voice in the Lehigh Valley, WAEB's Bobby Gunther Walsh.
Thank you, Brian, and good morning. It's 8:06, 6 minutes after 8 o'clock with Jim Reid and for the vacationing Bobby Gunther Walsh. And coming up in about 3 minutes from now, Another Operation Snowflake, a complete listing of all cancellations and postponements up to the minute. Also a cash call worth more than $1,400.
Ooh, baby, do you know that's what
That's Belinda Carlisle, and heaven is just a place on earth on AM 790 WAEB. It's 8:11, 11 after 8, with Jim Reid in for Gunther, and time right now for Operation Snowflake.
Operation Snowflake. What you need to know. Now, from AM 790, team coverage of WAEB Operation Snowflake.
All right, here's the WAEB AccuWeather forecast. Cloudy with an additional inch of snow this morning and then becoming windy and cold this afternoon and a high of 28. And windy and bitterly cold tonight, down to 13 degrees for a low, and sunny and cold tomorrow, a high of only 24. And right now we're at 23 WAEB degrees. And right now, this is the list of cancellations and postponements we have. Gordon Phillips Beauty School, they are on a 2-hour delay. The Bethlehem Senior Citizens Council is closed. Kirsten Anderson's Weight Loss Centers, the morning sessions are canceled. However, they will be reopening at 1 o'clock. Matt Kerr with Trafax is coming up right after this.
Maybe you're looking at Lehigh Ag, a division of Jandal.
And Operation Snowflake is being brought to you by Lehigh Ag, Old Route 22 in Coonsville. Lehigh Ag, your John Deere lawn and garden tractor dealer, a division of Jandal. Well, Matt Kerr is in the WAEB newsroom with the WAEB Trafax and Transit information. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Jim. Some minor problems on mass transit in the Lehigh Valley this morning. Lanta routes are all on time, but there's been a change on the G route running.
In our next Operation Snowflake report about a half hour away, Bill Marvin reporting live on the Cellular One communication system.
Thank you, Bill. WAEB's John Fox is in Operation Snowflake Mobile Unit 2. He's covering Bethlehem and points east. John?
All right, thank you, Matt. Route 378 in both north and southbound, just wet to slushy, although the ramps on through the city of Bethlehem. I'm John Fox reporting live on the Cellular One communication system from Route 512.
WAEB Shuttle City weather. It is much the same throughout our area. In Baltimore and Washington this morning, snow, a high of 36 degrees. In New York City, snow and a high of 27. It's snowing in Boston, where they're expecting a high of just 24 degrees, and snow in Pittsburgh, the high today, 28 degrees. I'm Matt Kerr, WAEB Trafax and Transit Network.
Gotta keep the faith. That's George Michael on AM 790 WAEB. It's 8:38 already, 22 away from 9 o'clock with Jim Reid in for Gunther. And this morning at 10 o'clock, it's Bill Marvin at midday 790. And at 10:20 with Bill, it's reports of the consumers are going to be focusing on the new Plymouth Grand Voyager. And don't forget the WAEB Nutrition Report at 10:50 with Dr. Stanley Bannock.
Dodge knows what it takes to buy a car or truck in today's market.
Operation Snowflake. What you need to know. Now, from AM 790, team coverage of WAEB Operation Snowflake.
It is 8:41, 19 minutes away from 9 o'clock on AM 790 WAEB, and Operation Snowflake is being brought to you by the Delaware Valley Subaru Crew. Visit one of the 27 Subaru Crew locations near you. The WAEB AccuWeather forecast looks like this: cloudy with an additional inch of snow this morning, and then becoming windy and cold this afternoon with a high of only 28. Windy and bitterly cold tonight, down to 13 for a low, and sunny and cold tomorrow, a high of only 24. And right now we're at 23 WAEB degrees. The Lehigh County Senior Citizen Center will be closed for today. The Gordon Phillips Beauty School, they are on a 2-hour delay. The Bethlehem Senior Citizens Council is closed. Kirsten Anderson's Weight Loss Centers, the morning sessions are canceled but will be reopening at 1 o'clock this afternoon. And the Bethlehem YWCA, the adult daycare centers, will be closed for today. We'll be checking in with Matt Kerr in the WAEB Trafax and Transit Information Network Center right after this.
Hi! We're your Delaware Valley
Car registration data compiled by R.L. Polk and Company.
It is 8:43, and now to Matt Kerr in the WAEB Trafax and Transit Network Center. Matt?
Jim, Lanta routes all running on time this morning. There has been a change, though, on the G route that runs through South Bethlehem. Buses will not be making stops this morning, and a high of 28. I'm Matt Kerr, WAEB Trafax and Transit Network.
Thank you, Matt. It's 8:47 on AM 790 WAEB. Once again, the WAEB AccuWeather forecast: cloudy with an additional inch of snow this morning, and then windy and cold this afternoon and a high of only 28. Windy and bitterly cold tonight, down to 13, and sunny and cold tomorrow, a high of only 24. And right now we're at 23 WAEB degrees.
Operation Snowflake. From AM 790 WAEB, the Lehigh Valley's news and information leader.
And when WAEB has important weather and cancellation information, listen for Operation Snowflake reports at 10 after and 20 before every hour. They don't make them like that anymore, huh? David Gates and Bread, and If. It's 8:50, 10 minutes away from 9 o'clock. And this morning's birthday cake winner is Bruce Oswald of Slatington. Happy birthday, Bruce. And have yourself a good day. You've got yourself a birthday cake from King's IGA in Schnecksville.
Everything you're looking, I'll clip your wings.
He put on quite a show Saturday at Stabler, huh? Bobby Rydell and Hey Wild One on AM 790 WAEB. It's 8:55, and Brian Downs is here. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Jim. It is cloudy with a few snow flurries around. News and information leader.
If anyone should ask, you listen to AM 790 WAEB.
The number one morning voice in the Lehigh Valley, WAEB's Bobby Gunther Walsh.
Thank you, Brian. It's 9:08, 8 minutes after 9 o'clock on AM 790 WAEB. I'm Jim Reid, pinch hitting for Gunther, who's vacationing this week. And just a moment ago, I made a WAEB super cash call to Bethlehem.